Well, hello. Good morning or afternoon, whatever it is in your area. I'm back out here working with the DJ house. Now, a good friend of mine named Kim from Australia pointed out that I should have a way to clean this out. She was saying I should put a hinge on the roof. Well, I said, that's a pretty good idea. I think I'll do that. But instead of using the hinge, I just used it. I built it so I can take this entire roof right off and put it back on when I'm done cleaning it out. And in the front, I put some condo windows so I can watch them. This is plexiglass. I got to take that back out and take the plastic off the other side as soon as I get done here. I can see it's peeled up there, but I didn't peel it off like I did the front side. So right now I'm going to finish the roof up. If I can find my handy dandy. You know, I get so much crap scattered around. Sometimes I don't know if I'm a foot of horseback, I'll tell you that. It still ain't all that warm out there today. Supposed to get down in the 30s again tonight. Another week I'll go and put my garden in. I already lost my flowers, you know, they froze up pretty good shape. Not what I wanted. Tis what it is. Oh, let me see if I can find a stir stick here. Guess this little bugger will do. Still looks blue, don't it? Says black on the can. I don't know. If it says black on the can, it's gotta be black, right? Just like watching the internet. They tell you something, it's gotta be true. Yeah. You won't see me down Washington protesting anything. Nope. I stay up here in the hills and mind my business and just laugh at some of the fools. I'm neither really a Republican or a Democrat. I vote for the person. I guess they call that independent. I don't know. But a fella's got to have a little bit of lick of sense before you can put him into that office. And there's not a lot of licks out there, I'll tell you that. Whoa. There's one fella that makes my skin crawl, but I'm not going to mention any names. Love the orange hair, though. Oops. There. Getting blacker, isn't it? I don't know. Let's call it a dark navy blue. That sounds good. There. Yep. If you want to get a lot of painting done, join the Navy and be a boatswain's mate. I'll tell you what, when they're out to sea and they're not running the boats, they're painting. That's not a lot of fun. The big array of colors, you know, they got so many colors. You got basic gray, gray, and grayer. Depends how much you stir it, I guess. Here we go. Should get a bigger brush, but it'll do. Yeah, you had a good idea there, Kim. You want anything done, I'll tell you what, you listen to a woman and you'll get it done. They're more right than wrong a lot of times. You gotta swallow your ego and say, I wish I'd thought of that. It was an interesting thing there back when I was in the sheriff's office there. I was looking for deputies to move prisoners around. And had this lady that wanted to do it. Well, I approached the head sheriff about it, and he says, Well, we can't hire her. She's a woman. I says, well, I know. She says, they're not supposed to be doing stuff like this. I says, well, she probably could kick the shit out of you in about 4 seconds. I can only tell you that. She's very athletic and very intelligent. So I finally talked him into letting me hire her. Her name was Deborah. And she was probably one of the finest transports officers that I ever hired. She'd take any crap from the prisoners and she moved them around with no trouble at all. But she was actually the first female police officer that was hired in a sheriff's department in the state. We turned a lot of heads when we walked into a restaurant, I'll tell you that. But now there's hundreds and thousands of them, all in the department. But that was way back in the 70s. Things in the 70s were, like even in the 60s, it was kind of a strange world that we lived in. Very racist. Times have changed. You gotta change with it. That's all I got to say. You don't try to ban a book because you don't want to hear about what somebody said or didn't say. It's called freedom of speech, and everybody should be entitled to go to the library and get whatever book they want to get. Just like they're allowed to believe in whatever they want to believe. I don't care if we pray to a sun god, a who's god, or whatever god. As long as you always do the right thing, you must be doing something right. There. This thing's going to be almost pretty as the other one. Not quite as much decoration, but I don't know. If I was a Blue Jay, I'd kind of like a little condo with a nice window in it. We'll see. If no bird comes in it, then I'll just make that a solid front. But I kind of like to watch them in their nests. That's why I like it glassed in. Well, that's not glass, it's like plexiglass. This roof will probably take 2 coats. I want to make sure I don't get any water down on their nest. You know, my arm gets tired when I have it up in the air a little too long. It's hard to paint left-handed though. About down to my last heavy-duty shirt, so I gotta be careful. Can't dip it in my black paint here. I might have to wear this Sunday go meeting clothes, you know. How many of you folks out there still have drive-in theaters? Vermont still has a few of them. Those were always fun when we were growing up. To drive up to them poles and used to hang them speakers onto our window and watch a movie. We used to make our own popcorn, bring it, and got in the back row. If you had your honey with you, you brought it even further back. And you didn't put the speaker in the car because you didn't care. But they had a lot of good old movies. I can't get over the first time I saw that Wizard of Oz. I was so amazed at something. I watched it the first time it was at home, that our TV was black and white, and I had no idea what everybody was on about. Well, I finally saw it in color, where it changes, you know, from why that was beautiful. Little things in life sometimes you can enjoy and remember. I see they found Dorothy's slippers. The fella that stole them got caught. I guess if he should have tried to tap him 3 times to say, let me out of jail, let me out of jail. No place like home. had been me that stole them, my father would have cut my fingers off. He meant it too. You go touching something that ain't yours, so I'll cut your effing fingers off. Okay, you made your point. He didn't like thieves. Worked too hard to earn it himself. Have somebody steal it on you. God help him, he got caught stealing his stuff. He'd go after him with a shotgun. It's gonna be pretty on the top here. Yep. Also allows me to take that plastic out and clean it when I need to. I'm sure they'll shit all over it. What do you want to bet? And little birdies, you know, they can fly up that, throw that poop out 50 feet. Another one I like to watch is that Southwest Eagle can. Usually as soon as M15 and Harriet, of course Harriet's missing, you know, she can't find her. I'm sure she's probably died by now, but M15 hasn't got a new mate, but his last kid is still at home, and he doesn't seem to want to go. I had that same problem. They just don't want to leave the house. So he's still feeding it, you know, just an adult young eagle. He's got to get up and say, get the heck out, get your own food. But he's being a good dad. Hopefully you'll find another mate as good as Harriet was. The original eagle was Ozzie. Ozzie and Harriet, remember them? You probably don't remember them. But that was a good TV show. Ozzie and Harriet. But anyway, he's the last eagle left in the nest, and they rebuilt that nest after that hurricane there last year. Had a little tough luck that bird has. There. See what this side looks like. Yep, I don't care if I sell one of these. I'll probably have them all over the neighborhood there, just go around sticking them up. Yep. Awful dusty in here. Let things dry out and give this place a good cleaning. I'm going to take all this sawdust and put it into my compost bin. Cut my hair yesterday and took a shower. Yep. Clean to whistle I am. No, I'm not going anywhere. I do have to go to the food shop on this Friday. I volunteer at the food shop once a month for 3 or 4 hours. A lot of people out there still are hungry, need the food. I don't know what it's like. They don't settle that budget, and these people just can't get their Social Security checks. Even I will have a lot of trouble. Not like I had a nest egg anywhere, that's for darn sure. But I got my garden, I can at least eat. And I don't have any house payments or car payments or any payments at all, just the park rent. No, everything, I own my car, I own my house. There. Now I'll take that brush in too when I go, clean that. Oh, I've been on here on almost 15 minutes already. I'm a regular old jabberbox today. Put my hammer out. Give it 40 whacks. If you were a bird, would you live in there? I'd even put you a little bit of food down there on the bottom every day. not too sharp or anything. No, there's a little piece there I gotta take off. I'm gonna take it off tomorrow after the roof dries and take that other piece of. There's another plastic film on the inside I didn't take off. This down here you can see where it's rolled up a little bit. Well, I think while this is drying, I'm gonna go out and cut some brush out back in my shed here. So like always, I want to thank you for watching. I enjoy it. And I'll see you tomorrow probably with some other stuff I probably will be doing. Ain't thought that far ahead what I'll do next, but we'll come up with something. You all have a great day, okay? Let me see if I can shut this off.